Forget lions and crocodiles. Deep inside the rainforest, there is a bird that can turn its feet into deadly weapons, and you're about to see why. This is the cassowary, one of the most intimidating birds on Earth, and almost everything about its body is built for survival. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, this giant bird can look almost prehistoric when it moves through the thick rainforest. But its size isn't what makes this bird dangerous. The real weapon is attached to the end of each powerful leg.
On its inner toe sits a long, dagger-like claw, capable of delivering a devastating strike. Now imagine that claw being driven forward by the explosive power of a bird built to run through dense jungle. And when a cassowary feels cornered, even another large animal may quickly realize that this bird is not an easy target. It doesn't need teeth or venom. One explosive kick can be enough to make a dangerous opponent back away. Watching one charge through the forest almost feels like watching a dinosaur come back to life. And then there's the strange helmet on its head, called a casque, one of the bird's most mysterious features. That casque may help the bird move through dense vegetation, while researchers also believe it could play a role in communication or display. Despite its enormous body, the cassowary is surprisingly fast, agile, and perfectly adapted to moving through difficult terrain.
But then, something moves through the bushes, and this time, the cassowary isn't the one being chased.
The predator lunges forward, but the cassowary reacts instantly, and its powerful legs become weapons. Instead of running away, the giant bird suddenly charges after its attacker, forcing the predator deeper into the forest. But the predator refuses to give up. Now the two animals are standing face to face, waiting for the next move. The African painted dog attacks again, and this time, the cassowary strikes with explosive speed.
That long inner claw is the reason this seemingly harmless bird can become incredibly dangerous when cornered. After seeing what those legs can do, the predator finally decides that this fight isn't worth the risk. But the danger isn't over. Another powerful animal suddenly bursts from the vegetation. The boar charges with enormous force, but the cassowary sidesteps and unleashes another devastating defensive kick. Once again, the attacker realizes that this giant bird is far more dangerous than it looks. This is why watching a move through the rainforest can feel less like seeing a bird and more like seeing a dinosaur.
Most animals would run when something this powerful charges them. The cassowary does something completely different. It stands its ground. And when the attack comes, those massive legs fire forward with incredible speed, forcing the attacker to change direction. Seconds later, the rainforest becomes silent again. The attacker is gone, and the cassowary simply walks away. But here's the side of this terrifying bird most people never expect. The cassowary can also be an incredibly protective father.
When danger approaches his chicks, the father moves between them and the threat, turning himself into a living shield. That tiny chick will eventually become a 6-foot giant, carrying the same powerful legs and terrifying claw that make adults so dangerous. So is this really the deadliest bird on Earth? But few birds combine this much size, speed, strength, and weaponry. Because unlike a predator that needs teeth to attack, this bird carries its most dangerous weapon with every step.
And once it disappears into the jungle, you may never even realize how close this incredible animal was.
Imagine hearing those leaves move behind you, turning around and realizing a giant bird has been watching you from the darkness.
The cassowary isn't a monster, it's a survivor, and perhaps the most intimidating reminder that the world's most dangerous weapons don't always come with teeth. So the next time someone tells you birds are harmless, remember the cassowary, the bird that carries a dagger on its foot.